hit, another hit. It's been about 10 minutes since the last. Oh yeah, that feels poppy. Man, feels good.
Welcome back to the channel. This is Real Coastal and I am Julie. I'm out on Pensacola Beach looking for some pompano, redfish, maybe even a big ugly. Stay tuned and see what I catch.
That's not a pompano. You gotta hit the top. Stay on there, stay on there. Oh, I don't know what this is. We were just talking about moving. I'm here with Colin. Usually I'm out kayak fishing with him, but he wanted to go surf fishing today because it's nice out. Here we go, come on. Let's get him up here. A lot of head shaking. Come on, dude. Oh my God, that is a pump. That is a pump! Oh, I just tied this rig on, you guys.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Dang. Holy, that is a nice one.
I don't know, what's your guess? 16?
16 to 18.
Oh, if it's 18, I'll be ecstatic. That's on that guy's rig.
Nice.
That little diamond rig,
Yeah.
I gotta look them up. Coastal Creations, maybe?
Oh yeah.
Alright, we're staying at the spot, Colin.
What was that on?
That was on a sand flea with a sand flea fish bite.
Nice, Julie. It's a stud.
I didn't think it was a pump at first.
First, I thought I had his little red.
So was it already recording?
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm a terrible camera person. All right, let's see. Get this guy measured up. Here in Florida, we do fork, which is right here in the center of the tail to nose. If you do to the tip of the tail, you're going to be oversized. So fork right at 16.
Yeah, right at 16.
Wow, he's a nice one.
I was off.
No, you said 16. All right, let's get it baited back up.
All right, I gotta bleed out this fish, so I need some water, but I don't want water in my boots because it is nice out, but not warm. That should be fine.
Hey, sorry, what bait was that?
Sand flea?
Same. I'm
With
pretty
a-
sure I threw the same flea off.
Well, that one also had sand flea fish bite. The orange. All right, I'm gonna get this guy bled out.
I did want to show you this rig that I'm using that just caught that 16-inch pompano. It's made by Coastal Creations. I believe they're out of Florida. I ran into them over in St. Augustine and they handed me a couple of rigs, but I believe, he could correct me if I'm wrong, he's 3D printing his floats, and this one happens to be the diamond printed one. And like I said, piece of sand flea flavored fish bites, the orange and white, and then I blanched some actual sand fleas a while back when they were prevalent and it was nice and warm out. So that's what I'm using. And to blanch them, I literally just stuck them in boiling water for about 20 seconds until they turn this nice pinkish color. They stink, but if the pompano eat it, I'm all for it. So I'm gonna bait this up, same exact setup, throw it in the same spot, and fingers crossed we get another one.
Another hit, another hit. It's been about 10 minutes since the last. Oh yeah, that feels pumpy. Oh man, feels good. Come on. You can bring it up, yeah. Colin's helping with filming today. Am I under? Please be under. Yeah. Here he comes, here he comes. Definitely pump. Fred, look at this guy. He's looking for handouts. He just flew in.
I don't know, he might be 11.
Might be.
Might. Fred wants them. All right, so this one ate shrimp and yellow shrimp flavored fish bites. So maybe the pumps are just getting fired up. I'm gonna throw them back in.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. Watch Fred. Gonna go for it.
He's trying.
No. He thinks I should hand feed him.
Mr. Colin is leaving me. He's walking back to the vehicles. He's got Christmas sweaters to go hunt down. He's got a party and needs to get prepared for it. But I had started putting my gear away, and then a guy down the beach, Steve I believe is his name, just pulled in 2 pompano as I was starting to break down my rod. So I'm gonna set a few more up, see if we can't get a couple more. Good thing I stayed, because here's another bite. Oh, come on, stay on there. I lost him. God dang it. So I just got a phone call about 10 minutes ago from Mr. Steve, a local that fishes here. And he goes, Julie, get down to my spot. So I come down, look what he did. Limited out at the end of December. So yes, I'm stealing Steve's spot. Sometimes it's good to have friends on the beach.
Here in the Panhandle, we call all the blue herons Fred. They're the mascot. Here's Fred defending his spot. But unfortunately for this guy, there's a bigger, meaner Mr. Fred that shows up, pushes him along, and then I get to hang out with this guy all night.
That's a good hit. I was just taking my rods apart. Oh yeah, he feels good. Let's end this night stealing Steve's spot on a good note. Right at sunset. Not that you can tell a whole lot because there's not a lot of cloud coverage. This is definitely Pompey. Come on, dude. Come on. There we go, there we go. Oh! Woo! Got him. It's getting really hard for me to see since I don't have my glasses on. But Let's see. That's a rig I tied, and that was a piece of shrimp that he ate. No bites on this one. It's definitely a keeper. Come on, man. There you go. You can see it's just a white bead and a black, or a white, little white float and a black bead. I'll take the fish, my rod, and I'll come back for that spike, but it is getting pretty dark. I'd put this guy about 13, maybe 13 and a half. There's that beautiful pop going in the box. You can see I was breaking down my rod because I have my car today, and I can't put a full 13-foot rod in the back, so I have to break them down. All of my surf rods are 2 pieces, and I just take this strap here, put it through the eyelet, wrap it tight. See, it velcros, holds it in place. I do one up high and one down low where it's heavier on the rod. Guys, I'm slowly packing in my gear. Well, I say slowly, it's pretty much blindly. I didn't bring my eyeglasses to the beach. I thought I'd be off before sunset, but it was a great day. It's good to hang out with Colin for a little bit. Good to run into Mr. Steve once again, and picking up a pompano from his spot. You got me in the kitchen, you guys. I had so many messages asking for that fish stew recipe that I talked about in the last video. So this video, I thought I'll take the pompano that I caught and make it for you. It's very easy, delicious, and perfect for those chilly nights. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just slice up an onion. I should say chop. And then after this, I'm gonna take garlic. I like to use fresh garlic. The recipe calls for 3 cloves. I throw in 5 cloves. I just love garlic. You can also use the minced garlic, as long as you have that flavor in there. You can see that I've been letting my onions get nice and clear. That's how and tender. That's how I know it's time to add the garlic. So I'm just gonna throw that in the pan, give it another minute. The next step is we are gonna add diced tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. I went simple today and I just grabbed a can of tomatoes. Fresh is always better, but it's just not that time of year. But with the can, I'm gonna add the whole thing, sauce included. And that is a 14.5 ounce can.
You can use chopped, crushed, it doesn't matter. Whatever you have in your cupboard. I'm also adding just 2 tablespoons of tomato paste just to thicken it up. This is optional. I like my stews to have a little body to them, so I do add that paste. We're just gonna give this a stir. My heat is still set at medium. And let this cook up. So far we have the chopped up onion, the garlic, and now we have diced tomatoes, a little bit of tomato paste, and we're just gonna let it really just gently cook. So maybe a light simmer for about 10 minutes. This is looking really good. So now for the even easier part, there's no more chopping involved. We're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. A lot of people will use shellfish stock. I prefer clam juice. You can find it at Walmart, Publix. It does take a whole 8-ounce bottle, so it's not gonna go to waste. Just pour it in there. We're gonna want about a half a cup of wine, dry white wine. And then from there, it's where the Pompano shines. You can see I just cut these fillets up into bite-sized pieces. Nothing fancy there. Just while I was filleting, I just diced them up. And the recipe calls for about 1.5 pounds. So we're just gonna add this beautiful fish. If you haven't heard and you're just tuning into the channel, Pompano is amazing. It's got a slightly sweet taste, but very light white meat. Not that real fishy, bloody meat. It really just picks up the flavor of whatever your spices are. I know that's a little more than 1.5 pounds, but I like a lot of fish in my stew. And then we're just gonna let that go ahead and add a simmer for about, I'd say 5 minutes. If I put less fish in, then it would be 3 minutes, but today I'm giving it at least 5. It's been 5 minutes, so I'm gonna pull a hunk of Pompano out and see if it's the oh yeah, it's the texture I want. You just want it to be flaky. That's how you know this is done. And then from here, we're just gonna season it. So it's whatever you think you may like in there. I do some oregano, just a pinch, some thyme. Again, well, that was a lot, so I'm gonna throw some of that out. We're gonna add some pepper. And then salt. Do 2 pinches of salt. And then just a little bit of hot sauce. As much or as little or none. Turn down the heat slightly and just give that a stir. I'm gonna give it a minute, if that, just to let those spices really get into this stew. But you guys see how easy this dish was. The worst part was the filleting. The catching's always fun. The eating is always
the best part, but the filleting does take time, does make a mess. And honestly, between you and I'm not the best fish filleter. Here we go. Here's that fish stew, you guys. It's so good this time of year. Make sure you get some nice bread to dip and soak up that sauce, because that, to me, is the best part. You can't go wrong with this recipe. Fast, easy. I mean, we had it all done within 20 minutes, and that's including the prep time, minus the fillet time. But so good on a cold evening. Everyone in your family will love it. Give it a shot.